Zhirkova for Russia. United States with Bonnie, Griffin, Potter, Kelter, Barivalala, Thomas and Javelin. Referee is Gabriel Lee. Those who've experienced 42nd match in the World Rugby 7 series, and we are just about to get underway in the Sao Paulo sunshine. Russia, well, they really started well against Spain, but just seemed to take their eye off the ball and caught with a sucker punch right at the death to lose. And USA never really in it against New Zealand. They want to make amends for that. So it's going to be Marina Kukina to get us underway. She goes for distance on the kick. And Kelly Griffin happy to watch that one into touch and take the line out.
I'm not sure about that as a decision. I think you put yourself under a lot of pressure having to do a line out defensively on your 5 metre line. You know,
and when you consider in sevens game, because it's only a 3-person line out, you know where to challenge and where the ball's going to go. Just puts a lot of pressure on. But the United States looking to kick this one clear. Barivalala with so much pace. We know all about her finishing ability. Thomas as well in support. And Russia turn it over against the run. And Bystrova, no advantage coming from the knock-on.
Yeah, they made good ground, the USA, making that decision of Kelly Griffin absolutely the right one there with Barivalala, Javelin, Thomas. They've got a lot of pace on the pitch. Interesting looking at the combination. Javelin and Thomas, both really natural wingers, but Javelin in the centre, Thomas on the wing. So, you know, that is so much pace.
Interesting to see if they can exploit it. Russians lose that one against the head, and Kelter picks it off the ground. She runs into the brick wall that is Ledovskaya for Russia, one of the biggest players in the tournament, physically imposing. And here is Jessica Javelin, and here are the quick feet of the American towards the 10-metre line. USA do just enough. Whistle goes, and they don't release on the ground. I thought they had enough time. Russians waste no time in getting play back underway. Little pop pass out from Lushina. She goes in to tidy up, and Ledovskaya. Look at that. That's what I mean by the size of the Russian. So strong. Ferocious tackling for both teams, and the Russians getting the referee's advantage. Ball at the back with Kazakova. Messi. Kelter picks it up. Whistle goes. We'll have a scrum.
Number 1. Tackle, use your arms, not your leg.
Wow, Megan Bonney's going to go to the bin for using her legs in the tackle.
Yeah, I didn't see that. It'd be interested to see a replay, but the referee very, very clear about it. Gabriel Lee saw a trip there, which absolutely there's no place for.
Well, we saw the whistle go several times against the Australians with no card. That the first of the Sao Paulo Sevens as that Skaya kicks clear. That's the strength. Has she got the pace though? Almost a pop. In support was Zedrikova. USA turn it over, but they're illegal again. And they got to be careful here. Down to 6 players. Russians with a 1-person overlap at the moment. And here they go wide again. Chance here. Kazakova already has 1 try in Sao Paulo. The unselfish pass, reach for the line, and Bystrova gets there. Try for Russia, and no less than they deserve.
Yeah, the defensive organisation from the USA really disappointing there. If you're 6 on 7 that close to the line, you have to blitz up. You have to be in a sprint start on the try line and sprint up as soon as the ball's played to stop the ball getting out to that extra player on the outside. The USA didn't do that. They hedged their bets. The Russian passing was up to scratch. There we go, there's a replay of the yellow card. Definitely some legs in there. And there's the final try-scoring pass from Kazakova, just enough to get over the try line. But credit to Russia, really good passing to get it down the line into that space on the outside.
When you have the extra player, you have to make a count. In Russia, 1 try and 5 points to the good. Arina Bystrova with number 2 on her back as the United States hold out with just 6 players on the pitch. Can they get back in and keep possession here? If you're down a player, you've got to hang on to that ball.
Exactly right.
They go deep. Kelter, physically strong player for USA, trying to make a break for herself on the dream team in London back, of course, in 2015 was Leila Alef Kelter. And here is Javelin. Little show from her. Barivalala trying to kick the legs. Barry still been dragged into touch, and again, just not showing the awareness there to. In fact, excuse me, it was Kristen Thomas who did Barry at this service, but Kristen Thomas just not having the presence to keep herself in play.
Yeah, she's one of the USA's crossover athletes. So she played last season, but with the awareness, the full game awareness at the moment, probably not quite there. If you get that close to touchline, you've got to step inside. If you go into touch, you simply give it all away to the opposition. You might as well just stop and hand it to them.
I need you in a 2 and 2, please. Get in. Yeah, I'm over.
Kokina to throw for Russia. About as short as he can get, just about goes to 5. It's broken though. And a chance for USA.
Clear release.
Can they get quick ball out?
Clear
Kelly
release.
Griffin trying to dig it. Quick tap and go. Griffin wastes no time getting on with him. Support back inside. It's from Potter. 1 try already for her in Sao Paulo. Taken up this time by Bonnie. Back to Griffin. Javelin ships one on. Thomas, was that flat? Oh, Kelter! Hands went backwards, says the referee. Kelter still with it. Tries that fend. Oh, she gave the pass. Javelin was in. Just couldn't get the hands free. Or didn't realise that Jessica Javelin was right in her shoulder. Thomas. Griffin once more. Quick hands needed. And it will be quick hands. Can they finish it off? Surely they must. Barry Valala for the line. And USA strike back. Barry Valala to finish it off.
They do strike back, but you thought they were never going to make it there. So many opportunities for the USA. In the end, very good hands that got it onto the outside. For Barry Valala, that pass from Gillian Potter, then Megan Bonnie, then Barry Valala on the outside, and enough of a step to get round. But goodness me, they should probably have scored on the other side of the pitch. A little offload, as you say, from Alev Kelton, Jessica Javelin, and it would save them a whole lot of hard work.
Well, they got there in the end. If they hadn't, there would have been strict and severe words from Jules McCoy on the sideline, who I'm sure will be pleased that the United States have got back into this one. Conversion is no good. So we are locked at 5 points each at the end of the first half. And there's Baranovsky, animated as always, sweating in the Sao Paulo sunshine. Don't blame him either.
You would think in this weather they'd have to calm down a little bit, but it's all right. He's got something to wipe the sweat away with.
Can we get a cold towel to the Russian bench ASAP? Kelter to restart. Splits the USA now. Question mark about Jill Potter there. Was she onside or not? Went backwards off USA and the referee says she was, so play on. There was nothing in it though. Thomas, look at that, lovely feet. Looks pass back inside. Potter once more. Jill Potter presents it for Thomas. Now the Americans looking before half time to take the lead for the first time in this tournament. Barry Valala, the try scorer, gets it to wide and to the wing to Megan Bunny. Good tackle, had to be. Really good cover tackle there.
Yeah, very, very good cover tackle from Russia. You just wanted the USA there. They've sprinted all across the pitch, but stationary. You needed to see them really sprinting onto the ball.
So, 1 try apiece. Arina Bystrova for Russia to take the lead, but Barry Valala and the United States striking back before half-time, which means the half-time score is Russia 5, USA 5.
Stay here. You like this? No idea what you're talking about.
Все у вас хорошо, только прошу вас, мяч не отдавайте, вы понимаете? У вас сейчас отдали доска и бегаешь вперед. Давит практически она одна. Блин, ну пробеги там нормально, отработай. Что ты мимо бегаешь? Здесь тебе в руки мяч кинул, ну посражайся. Ты ж галочку ставишь. Ничего не понятно, смотрите. Они играют, просто идите левым, максимально высоко и ложите руки. Они же не смогут долго держать своего игрока. Они лифт играют, только один игрок. Дальше играйте, начните, опять рядом ни разу не сыграл. Провалились, звоните хоть раз.
Okay, thanks.
Never get tired of watching Pavel Barnovsky give the old half-time team talk. If they were 140 points to 0 up, I think he'd still be giving out about something soon.
I think he wouldn't. It would be no fun if he didn't. Keeps us all entertained. But how finely poised is this game? We thought it would be at the start. Can Russia's inexperienced team come back, or can the USA finally get a bit of confidence?
The United States, of course, have already booked their place in the Olympic Games in Rio this summer. Russia will go to the qualifier in Dublin as the hot favourites to join them.
Yeah, they certainly will. Spain and Ireland, others in that repechage, Mexico, but you know, Spain and Ireland probably the biggest challenges, but Russia over the last couple of years in the World Series definitely been the strongest of those.
Well, there's a lot of rugby to be played between now and then. Atlanta, Langford, and of course in Claremont. So anything can happen. Personnel, who knows, but for the time being, nothing to separate the United States and Russia here in Sao Paulo. Good initial first run by Marina Kukina there for Bystrova, the try score, and good strength
There we go. Thanks.
by Ledovskaya just to keep that ball alive. There's a wrestling match for this ball. Who's going to win it? Told to leave it. Lushina had it. Ledovskaya to act as scrum half, and Russia, well, a blitz defence from the USA to cut out the supply, but good wraparound from Shemchuk to take that ball. But the USA defence has been very impressive. And look at that, the pick and the go from Thomas. Just held short. Chance for Bonnie. Bonnie ships one out. Oh, USA, surely they must from here. Kelter is over and Kelter is down. First try in the second half goes to the USA, and that owed everything today to the pressure on the USA defence.
It really did. The USA pushing up really hard on Russia. Like we said, they should have, when Russia scored their try, should have really blitzed. That's what they've been doing here, putting Russia under pressure. Gillian Potter, that pass goes behind her, but then look at that for sweet hands up into the hands of Alev Kelter. So good to see Gillian Potter back, and Alev Kelter doing her proud.
Well, isn't it great to see United States back? We've missed you for the last few weeks and playing some really nice rugby, some aggression in defence, and the beautiful hands there, as you mentioned, and Kelter on the receiving end. There it is, 127 points. She's a good bit behind Victoria Fellaini, who of course isn't part of the squad, and Lauren Doyle is also out at the moment.
It's a really good point, isn't it? We're saying USA aren't playing as well as we expect them to, but the two highest point scorers ever, Vix Fellaini and Lauren Doyle, real experience, not here. So they are lacking some of their best players who, you know, when the chips are down, you can get to just give the ball to and they'll sort it out for you.
If you took Portia Woodman and Kayla McAllister out of New Zealand, would they be the same? Same with Emily Charity and any one of Green. As the United States look to get this going again, the pace, it's going to be Rachel Greenling is going to touch down. Well, they call her Hunter, and that was a Hunter's poke for the try.
It really was. Gillian Potter at the heart of it again, straight off the kickoff. Then just fixes it, gives to Greenling. Brilliant from the USA. You know, they've been down in the dumps, and to put two tries together like that, straight one after the other, it's got to give them confidence.
19 points to 5. USA, look at that from Potter. She watched that ball every step. Beautiful soft hands, and it won't stop Hunter from there. Try, USA, 19-5.
It's so simple when you get it right, Sevens, and Gillian Potter chasing the kickoff. We talk about kickoffs as being so crucial because that's what decides possession, and at the moment she's making sure that the USA have the majority of possession.
High hanging restart from Kelter. Potter's after this one. They're looking for almost a repeat of their last try, and again the pressure comes on Russia. Just really got to settle themselves here. They've got 4 minutes. This one by no means dead and buried. And Ledovskaya leading the charge out of her 22. The long, rangy stride of the Russian number 11. And a bit more aggression here from Matveeva. Dig out from Lushina. Russia trying to get something going inside USA's half. Kukina, any chance for her? There's the pass. Went backwards, says the referee. Ledovskaya to mop up the loose ball.
Hit it! Tackle only.
Back as far as Zedrakova. Big thumping hit goes in from Thomas. Ball's gone loose. Russia still have it inside their own 22. They cannot get over that 22-meter line. Look at this for defence for USA.
Tackle only.
If you are Jules McCoy watching on, you've got to be proud of the effort and commitment that your team have when they don't have the ball.
They're defending so narrow, but at the moment Russia can't find a space around it.
Cutting off supply at every angle. And Lushina to try and put somebody free, and a chance now for Fefilova over the halfway line, and Kelter's got to make this tackle. Kelter's got to make it, and she does. High tackle, says the referee. Well, I've seen 2 clotheslines that weren't given, and that one looked okay to me. But advantage being played to Russia. They're queuing up here. It should be numbers and hands, but USA fan across. Have they got enough bodies in the right place to try and stop the run of Kazakova? Told to let it go. Advantage is now over. As the United States, through Javelin, try and rock that ball and get the penalty.
Brilliant defence from the USA, brilliant effort. Russia lucky to get away with that, I'd say. Matveeva taking the ball from the penalty.
Favesi with the original break. Oh, look at that for a tackle. I don't think that Megan Bonney was expecting that at all.
No con.
No, that's the problem. She didn't have awareness of the players who are coming. There's bodies strewn all over the pitch because the whistle's hardly gone in the last 2 minutes. Players exhausted in this heat.
It's been a monstrous Herculean effort from both teams. So that sunshine takes its toll. 2 minutes to go. A couple of substitutions for the Russians. You see Fefalova coming in. Also see the big bulking figure of Anna Gavrilyuk. And she will add some physicality to the Russian front row unit.
Number 11. 11.
And it's going to be Ledovskaya to make way.
Wait.
Hard to keep up with all the changes. There have been people running on and off the pitch. I do know that Gillian Potter has gone off after being so inspirational for their team.
Crouch.
Kazakova, Russian captain, is still on there, hands on her knees.
Well, the referees, I'm sure, were pointed out to by Paddy O'Brien to make sure that there is only 7 after what happened with New Zealand and Australia in the men's 7s as Russia try to break over the halfway line. And presenting the ball was Matveeva. Into touch goes Javelin. She didn't have the ball though, and Russia recycle. Matveeva to act as scrum half. Out to Bankarova. And the big kicking legs of the substitute Gavrilyuk, who takes some stopping, I can tell you. Russia, but it's all messy at the moment. The try scorer Bistrova. Little handoff as far as Bankarova, and they come into the USA half for the first time, I think, in the second half, apart from that little break earlier on. Up the middle goes Matveeva. No way through the United States defence, and Russia get the penalty, not releasing the tackler.
You need to come back. Release.
Well, USA might be ahead, but they've done a lot of defending in this match. Very, very well. They're getting pretty tired from all the tackling now.
Bankarova to Gavrilyuk. Handoff is a good one from Kukina. Kukina! What's she got left? Javelin. Oh, can't put her down. Lovely handoff. Kukina needs help. She's exhausted, and she just hits the deck. She's been on since the start, Kukina, and that is pure exhaustion. Quick tap and go. Fefalova in the scrum cap. Not 10 says the ref. Advantage being played. They won't need it in a substitute. Gavrilyuk touches down for Russia. And they strike back. Is it too little too late? 20 seconds to play.
I think it is too little too late, but at least Anna Gavrilyuk for Russia gets on the scoreboard. USA absolutely exhausted in defence. Russia not far off, similarly exhausted in attack. It has been end-to-end stuff, so a consolation for Russia, no more at this stage.
First ever try in the World Series for the Russian number 5, Anna Gavrilyuk. She is a big, powerful runner. And I wonder, is she one for the future as far as Pavel Baranovsky is concerned? One of the new faces in. We'll have time for one last play. 19-10, Russia needed that conversion to go over to give them a chance to tie it up, so USA will win the match, but is there another try left in this one? We've seen it so many times where it's come down to points difference in the end in terms of that cup corner final spot, but this group tightly packed, anything could happen. Long restart by Russia. Javelin's back there, I'm sure. If she kicks this one dead, that'll be that. That's what Jessica Javelin decides to do. She finds touch. There is the full-time whistle. A very entertaining game, but the story for me is the United States performance in the second half. Defensively brilliant, and in attack clinical when they needed to be. Relief and delight, I'm sure, for Jules McCoy. Final score, Russia 10, the United States of America 19. First win in a long time for the USA.
Do Super Desafio Grande 2010, Brasil, Bradesco.